Hey everyone. So today we'll be looking at this Leetcode problem, 1000 separator. So this is an easy problem. You are given an integer n, add a dot as the thousands separator and return it in a string format. So over here, this is just in hundreds, so we don't have a dot over here. But in this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, we are showing a dot after the thousandth separator. Okay. So this is, I'm just going to go and simulate this problem while writing the code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to traverse, let's say we have this number 987. I'm going to convert this into a string, okay, and then use a for loop to traverse from right to left, okay, and then I'm going to have a counter point, some variable context counter. So over here counter is going to be equal to 3 initially. So I traverse this digit, then I come to the next string over here, sorry, the character, because this is a string now. Then I come to this next character. And while I uh, traverse each character, I decrease the counter variable by counter minus minus. The moment my counter is equal to 1 and the ith character is greater than 0, that means I need to add a dot to my string. So this is what I'm going to follow. So let us just write the code and see over here. Uh, okay. So first thing is I will be converting it into a string. Okay, I will be converting this number into a string. So it's going to be n dot to string. Okay, then let me store the value of I as the last element of my string. So s dot length minus 1. Okay, and let my output be an empty string initially because I'm going to start appending all my characters to this output string. Now what I'll do is I'll run a while loop. I'll say while I is greater than equal to 0. Currently my I is, in case of this example, my I is going to be 2 over here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just say output is equal to the ith string plus output. So I'm going to start prepending the string. That is why I have to say output is equal to my string prepended to whatever is there in my output. Okay. But for this, I'll have to write a condition. And because I want to also make sure that I prepend this dot after my 3 counts. Okay, so what I'll say is let me initialize a counter over here as we had discussed. So let's have our counter first as 3. Okay, and after every iteration, I'm going to decrement the counter and then reset it. I'll show you how. So if my counter is equal to 1 and my I is greater than 0, because if you see over here I is 0. Okay, when my counter is going to be 1. So here counter is 3. Then in the next iteration counter will be 2 and over here counter is going to be 1. But at the same time my I is going to be equal to a 0. So I don't want a dot over here. So I don't want dot 987. There has to be some number, only then I want a dot. So over here there has to be one number, only then I want a dot. Okay, so if this is a situation, then what I need to do is I need to say add a dot to this and append a string. Or what I can do is I can use I'll use this string formatting. Okay, so a dot followed by this variable followed by this variable. So even that using plus would also work, but I'm just going to do this, a formatting using this. And then what I'm going to say is, what if there are 6 characters over here? Then I want to reset my counter because in the future I'm going to decrement it. Okay. Now in the else condition, what I'm going to say is, okay, no need to do anything, just prepend whatever string is there to the output string. So over here also we can just do this string interpolation. Yes. Okay. And what I'm going to say is counter minus minus. Okay. And I have to run this loop while my I is greater than equal to 0. So after this if condition, I'll have to say I minus minus. Okay. So basically this is a complete simulation of what exactly is being asked. I'm trying to convert this into a string and then move move by each iteration from right towards the left. Okay. And here I need to output. So I need to say return output. Okay, so let us just try to run and see. All right, so our test cases have been accepted. Let's submit. Okay, so we've got an acceptance.